Share sound. Nimbula. Sa nimbula vinaka talimai na veitokani ni sengai sema tina mai na nero veitalanoa na vida na miniti saoti me vakani kero atukuni tukayani ni ro na nero vulagi kero asurete tiko mero mai vakaitavi mai Australia na ngono sa tu sarto ngango ko na kendo maliwa ndo baka vivinaka sara kina vakalevu Radini Talatala Neini Curulala sema sartiko ko mena voliku ke Australia me baka bugo bikim neo ni rongota na domona na vula saoti na vula ke aunrove maro sarkina vakalevu ni nona ngole mai na marama ni na botini sangani me kaunrove na nona mai vula ngodi kenda tu na nona italanoa ni puli kena sasanga na nona tu voli mai viti kanon rongole baka beauty ni silandi ro lista le viti da babi ni vinaka tiko ni bulan-bulan vinaka toko na kabinaka ni sikini kuwa babi ni vinaka talanga vena turanga talatala ngasi baka denu talatala Curulala na kabinaka ni sikini kuwa kina bubal na Curulala na bula ta bangau ni sema tiko mikina kime baka mbula sartia ni bikem ni todo kasara bula vinaka Radini ni bulan-bulan vinaka cikna kabinaka ngo
San rombola vinaka na turanga viotini iyo inang vakalevu nda vakalevu vinaka tunga ilangin da ni rawat yung nambula Iyo. Di na nga ni tuno mga tunan raki ke tau tuna uda rato flood to my Brisbane. Iyo ke to Cairns ke to ngalala ti may nawalugo. May nandabi. Iyo. Vinavalevu. Totoo tunan raki vinatunan bola. Vinavalevu.
Sa vinakabalevu sara Radini na nomu sulit tumen na nomu ngona na kabinang ni kuang baleta niya tiko na ituba-tuba mo ngole may bat kinita saki may serne monro sulenga na monro rai kina monro bakasama na buku ni bata-batanggo ni satin kava na vula na nito may vital na tiko ni bata-batanggo ni umana tiko na tin kava na non de asana Andala kana ni rumara bako beauty ni rotal nga nangoni kirtal nga na barang tiko may na lewo ni kanda bulira membale tibiti na ivatavata ngo kung ano kina dola kana ni rumara utaka ni kiro bakasamtaka udimbe kami kiro sureta may sulian na nona bakasama o siya na nona rai na buku ni bika sa may bakatabari tiko na bida na sinasauti na kena sa may songo na sarabak turang olaw siya na tabo na nomuni rai na buku ni kena sa may bakatabari na tinkaba na vula ni veitalanoa kero sana sila sa tsaka ni kibiki muni Radini muni wasya may na nomuni rai kena veika ni sa bakarota katiko ni kuwa nakarandini.
Vinavalevu kemro na turang na vewatin. Vinavalevu kuni na bakarorong tiko may. Pabambauta ninda dua vakakele. Kimini na to may del ni abu Kemami na may tui na vesa burabura. Manda pa vinaka tiko pero na turang na vewatin na vakasama rayawa. Na buku ni platform go na o may ndambe toko barong ata toko na nomundra o bamuria tiko na veika daura kimai may na kinikava na yasana sa cava itamerandina sa cava itamerandina sa ando na tamani gold mine levu sa tungo ngai mbrau sa tikibu semata ka daura mai na bimbini non da semata ka sa tu na karto may bagador ti orto na turangan ibon walau waya sa rawakina ni dua sarangan ay lutua ni kalole au atarong Kemami ni Dr. T se na vakadikeva ni puro karamu davango na takamanta na nomuni na nomuni goals na nomuni na kauni nganreva mo ni rawat na puro karamu ni ngai barita kamay merongo din ay italanoa non raoira resurreti mai matayo ya kene ikarua na oira na veitalanoa tiko na nodra vesamati vakelia na mai veitalanoa oira surete mai mera mai veitalanoa mai viti kena veivanua na vesa burabura ta kene katolo ni waraita tiko na nonda mai marautaka se nda mai vimbita tiko na vei tuku kena vei ika totoka esa mai davui mai rawati na buku ni mbula também ni tamatayandua ko sa may talanoa taka na nonra italanoa ngai kena yutio na kena na vuli anda rawata mai na venrenre era sotava o ira na mai talanoa tingo na nonra vuli Niu vareda tiko na kaya o vareda vata kina veitalanoa keve au reda kina sa santua na cava itamera na tambian in tamaten dundua na vei lawa era lawa mai embasi kina mai bakandro vareda tiko na nomundro samap na tini cava na yasana na rambai levu ni veikila ideas, knowledge, skills, na dialects, na views, perspective, viti traditional vata kena na mainstream sa na western ideas and thoughts wow san dua na tamani yaw baritamera sama itu na nomon i ivatavata ang gay mibarita tiko na kay totoo kina na nomro ivatavata ni nataro tarongi bukea na kena veuti mai na veika bimbi membaleta também na tamatan dundu mai tarongi ngai totoka ni soliendo na framework me ratalanoa kina me rawa ni focus tonga ang italita na nomuni liu taga tiko na bebasa kini ko ni reka tiko mai na veitalanoa me focus tiko me rawa na kau ni dia rawata. Kena mamale ni oti kega na tini kabana na yasanango sar rawa na kena pakasokumuni ni kota saranga na vei headings para slot aki keve kina na responses de la komai mai vei Kemami keda sar na la komai aungai warai ka toka na kai kango ni ngai totoka bia na scope drawang ataka te kibu mai na ngauna ni ngone na experiences ngai totoka kina ni Kemami la komai ngai mai dauraka oira village based traditional mai na childhood oira era school based say outside of the village oira tiko ina vei korobalangi keira kora veito soya kitu erna mobility subject to mobility na ku kumbeka erna diplomat erna luveni vai lesi va matemitu ora vai lesi va talatala kena pokea it's a whole spectrum of childhood experiences aunque rida mata che na oya ele davinia ni bata che na bully che na bully era due bully che no irango bata che experience in on revuli o na day scholars o na boarding o na lei toka mai veira na nodra wekada ningai dakava na ningai kelia baka titombo moni via taura da ke mai na veia tu lesson era taura baleta ni via reida how those subjects have an impact in a choice in nodra career later on in life, whether it does have an impact or otherwise. E matata vinaka tiko na vakadikeva. Okay, whether planned or not, na nodra saunitaro ngai demurara mai na ve matangali career professions. Vakakena, we're na entrepreneurs, we're na business people, we're family based, and so on. Ngai nduna kain basi kamay nakawa ni ko na the whole idea of mature students nango ni lesu taliviti kay na support mechanism bambimbi ver naturang atama koya o kurumbu ito kina ver naturang atama time and time again the rongo di retu naturanga na nodra rega na bimbi ni buli ni marama but ni sareda rao na nodra may bula bat kenta na marama na vakalevu and tinanonda kachi matua means hatiki mulin don marama and vakadavara kina impact that would have the benefits that would have in the lives of the children kina extended family the church and the vanua autalita katalanga na when we're talking about na mature students or some basic makina kavo mai vera na nonde tumbu ngau nango some basic makina na aspirations, na parental approach planned. They are planned now. Ili onda sambio ngaya ni lawan lay bully. Kaya na kahit ondo natura ngaya. Kuni lestale may medo beno sarawatan dameta. Matagalibaya. Whereas now parents sit down and most families now have strategic plan for their whole own families. Right? Strategic plan for toka matanggali and so on and so forth. So gone are the days when we are grouping in the dark. Go sa specific saranga, sa matata saranga. Bully, dava na lihat lesson mo bulida, baleta na dava. Lesson may vakabango. I think there is a growing momentum, ni planned education, career, or business can utilize that in a non-natural resource. And that's what we really wish to hone in tonight. Na buli ni ngone merani vaya mataka na yaung bula bakit kamera imbini tu weekend na kawito kay nangaunango. And I really like the whole thing about identity. Pero na vitaman ni may Melbourne pero may matuko. I think we're talking about models na kena baka bimbita kena retain, promote, kena transfer na knowledge. Traditional knowledge. How important and how amazing na nomuni programo, because I see that it is one of the, or if not the only program or platform that spearheads na promotion can promote that identity and those knowledge, bodies of knowledge that would have been lost. Ike e mai la veitivaka kawarava kara promota ke vira namoni. San duna kamani aliali levu. I believe.
Jena saranga. Vinaka vakalevu sara. Radini. Ikem nina sema tikumai. Vinaka na warong tikumai. Ya, tosti ko Radini.
Io. Okay, nakawala ni Carola nga nakawani kami connect Fiji based and the diaspora. Meron ro one day taga naman ro veitalanoa ni bera nung base kamay na vuli ko lawe. I mean they have shown us how to do that.
Yes.
Na connect na Fiji based knowledge, skills and experience and needs with a diaspora. Yeah, na connectivity through technology, through on a website, what a strategic plan. My goodness, vakadikeva na team kava provinces. Na nakarto da kava na lau, and a vuli ko lau, san dona tamani kava tamer, and then replicate that or use the same model for other areas.
Yes.
Na kena vanga ta kena yung bula kena veika kedivaya. Mga yung talita ka na other models ko baka na caregiver. Who was talking about running his own business and how that connects back to Fiji. Kata kama kweni sa wala sa rendo na Ebola, may lapo to na embassy that connect with the Fiji government. Do a memorandum of understanding in getting our people to come over. And what he's done is what other Fijians all over the world can do. But in Australia, vinaka. The laws and regulations here in Australia, right? And then we can just couch our training to suit the needs over here. And that model, my America, that manual, if it could be made available, vakadikeva is kina. And that's just an example of an area. Na connect or ivatavata na diaspora. Kena ikarua na produce na export kena time now for our growers to start thinking about growing for export and producing handicraft and so on for the international standards, say. So the whole thing about celebrate and to celebrate more celebrating success. I'm just trying to rush through all this, Dr. Pia. Now, first, I think it's the first time ever individual success is heard and celebrated outside the family, relative, and colleagues to a global stage. It's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for making that available on your platform. And now you have a broader audience. And all these people are impacted and are inspired. And I believe this is the first time Palangan can do a global launch of a provincial program. Wow. So this your platform has made that possible. Follow and all others who would wish to follow suit. And the other one is nomuni platform to advertise globally. Those programs and the events that are to come. National So thank you for your generosity in making available your platform. Mevukea na kena kila yabura. It's, I have goose pimples when I watch this. The potential is huge now. Minus small following maybe on a global market and audience is now in the know and can participate. Can learning from the struggles of other Fijians. I think vinaka reda maika matai na yalo ni mosota. Perseverance, never giving up. Level weekend, I think, if not all, na my interview taki era kai toka na nodra faith. we are faith-based people. We are the faith carries us through. And then of course the family support both here and abroad. And then I'm hearing as well the mentorship, may vera ng kasnivuli, may vera kevea. You know, and even you and all of us here, we can be mentors to each other. So it brings about not only a Fiji-based, but a global-based mentor system, right? That because they're experts in their areas, they can be mentors to others. Ang may katangan na specific comments no bimbita toka Dr. T, the success models and strategies, we have arrived at a point now where we need to decide to share to others, and if so, on what basis? Solevaki gifting, barter system, say user pays system. But all our satungo na nona model. How are they going? On what basis? Solevaki gifting, barter system, say user pays system. That needs to be clarified. Ikarua na sambasi kami go level na models. The idea ni menda patent taka copyright. I think it's important. Balitan ko na nonda pambimbing in the sala ko may na the indigenous knowledge. Kena maroroy me toka weekend na toke ni kilai. Evita nga nakala na yung bito to ka Dr. T. I mean, there's no need to reiterate this because it's already happening. The nomuni platform is already through the Lawan and others. Sa platform erani may showcase sa kina. The province's products, their wear. Erani may showcase sa kina. Yeah. And thank you for that. And also, there has to be a decision in terms of the exchange of information and knowledge. Nambasi ko nga na spirit ni Veika for a collective good, say we need to decide on that. But there's some na kaya, no, this is ours. But we need to make a discussion. We need to discuss and come to an agreement. Dr. Tio, we are there may be a need to, because you write that you can kalau take kena nunggu ADRI, there is a need to increase the nomuni database, the nomuni catchment base, because right now over 50K now your followers.
Right.
That's 10% of Fijians, and I told you, because of the importance, because of just the magnitude of information that's available, we need to have more Fijians to hear this. So maybe now how we can improve, we may look at 100K followers or subscribers to your maybe that's a next target. How do we get that? That's something that we need to work on. And also we might need to increase the percentage of Fijians who have access to this from the 10% of the current Fijian population who have access to this to maybe our target could be between 20 and 50% in the next, I don't know how many years. The other one is that now website for all Fijians as the allowance have model. Really, and it's a reality. We need to focus. I want to highlight I think V2 from Washington DC has highlighted a very significant area, and that's the funding. But in Washington DC, headquarters, need lots of bodies, NGOs, and so on that can give out funding. And how important it is to couch our proposal me sota vinaka, vakamatailalai, those organizations require. So they organize the provinces and the there are people who are experts in proposal writing, right? So we those who need assistance. My suggestion, my last suggestion is on the way solely. I'm thinking, Dr. T, that your platform has the capacity to draw representatives from the 14 provinces, you know, nomuni and then to fine-tune all the achievements, successes that is now on the table. And to ask now, can we, the 14, come together and work together with representatives to work out maybe a united or unity master plan for all Fijians? And nonda tosa vakelevu. The Vinaka Mendona province me falling behind. Nonda vagaronimbula menda veibuke menda tosa vata. And maybe the nomuni platform could pull together representatives from the 14 provinces, beginning with the success stories that there are now and other issues there are kina. Dr. T, and I think that's pretty much what I have. Oh, right, yeah. And you know, we may start to call on government. Yeah, expanding the target group. You know, the collective or provinces can require government to give government subsidies farmers and producers from the rural areas. But na exit point ni kena maketa kena ka o suba batakei nandi. Awa sara mai veilau mai ke to me panu le mai ke me kandawu and so on and so forth. But maybe these provinces can all come together and put a combined proposal for a government subsidy. Veira nanonda producers, farmers, and handicraft producers from out there. Merani bukea na kena vakau me na nonrayau me mai for export. Because if we are asking them to grow and produce for export, then we need to also facilitate na kena cut takimai na nodra produce from where they are to the exit point, Nandi and Suva. And one of the things that Dr. T, ronga den taratoka na kamembaleta na broadening our scope to things like archaeology, anthropology, and all those. You know, the whole thing is to be their own bosses.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to be their own boss, there are a couple of issues that we need to facilitate. The wealth of knowledge when we talk about the biggest source of income earner remittance, tourism. Why haven't we showcased with all our accountants and all experts in finance and so on, not have our own 14 provinces, our world remit equivalent? So we are in control, kind of with VT and so on. But then there's no doubt about it. Then the increasing number of our people, the level remit Yang rawin iti ko may matentu taleso may bakati Papua New Guinea kay Vanuatu, they have their own banks and so on. Kaya to sangat ko on the toe. In the ronga to na veitalanoa to na finances my law can be provinces they saw Osaka to my gosh, we already have the knowledge base, the expertise and the experience. What you na singaya. We just need to mobilize. Mesav na kanga na nondambange. non the world remit na can transmit that na non the kama melawa ni viti. I think those things are already there. So on platform. It's for these 14 members to tease these out and lay them out and then develop them. So that could be the next phase. In addition to what my cancer.
Saya kesarkan di mana nan lalai taman di mana nan bagi tamer. Wow, labo. Nak Radini labo untuk nemu feedback Radini.
Iyo sanga totokan din na umo to nakai umaro taka kina na nomuni rumah yang balate sonongo sa lakotikungan na veitalanoa ya nila komendo na dona kene so me bangor ni lia di kenda ni lia di bonda lia di kenda o kumni na veitalanoa ira borong vakatalanga kina na kene di buka chikena program go na kena mai di baki baka vinaka go na buku ni vei soli tukutuku ni so era taranga chumai di baka vinaka chona program go na kene so ngani kwa nendona kene bagare tek sangangor na tukutuku kede kwa lako chumungo ko kero moi da chiko kina na ivatavata go me vesatari ke nanganga re la chukuma victim na le bono but okabi Dr. Tingo sin ivatavata Dr. Tingo sin to ivatavata. This is our platform, this is their platform, so no nomuni surete mai for everybody to take ownership on how we can all work together utale tangone na for the people no nomuni ba tur toka ni na digital platform go sa vakaleka takan tu nangon sal lebih tertarik kini kerua saseng ninto se orto matalau kemto meta konrobo kito menambuke saseng na platform go san dua na itoki iya o kwasanga ko katku Dr. Tina no muda ura katiko na kango musuka kina na vakasa mani provincialism basuraka kina nanduindu ko na kaya ko bakan renre takatiko na nonta tosoli una itoki mbala takenda reida na vekango satu makau tu nimber nera komena matentu bokoloni o kito mekia orto mekia na batabatango mbasura kina na raya me wunde da kameki ne sona rebu bungori ke bakangor bikini o kiro sini bikila ni maramani vision ni biturang ni bakan nortula komena na bakan orto mela o kabe Dr. T grab the opportunity kautir to mana batabatango merto veitalanoa taka that model on how we can all learn from it and be all successful in our own right. Sa sangan ni dawase kenta sandong kenta sa tauke.
Hallelujah. Navaler. Oh, ni tuko ni na indo talanga na kaungay reda to ka. Ni okay, so na target group ko yan to kango the Kemami sa may boso mainly professionals, graduates, people who have leadership in various levels, and maybe that equates to the 50K following and 10%. So maybe now the Xavier and maybe the next one, the Raidana, here's success stories from parents, from mothers, from fathers, from Tokotoka, Matangali, Abusa, from from young people. That just a feeling of inclusion and hearing their own stories. It'll be just amazing to hear those ones as well. Blow up following from 50K to 100K, right? When we have young people on board, and then from the 10% reach to the 10% of Fijian population to possibly 20 to 50% or even 100%. Everybody, every Fijian should come on board. The question is how? How can we do? Marketing people, they know what to do. Yes, it's just a matter of giving it out to them. And they will sit down and come up. We have the experts at our fingertips. You know, you strike the thing while it's red, Dr. T.
Di nasarangan. Ngo di ko sarangan to sa tingko sarangan may wani buka. Sa angol sarangan may nako ko ni wani buka ko mamela ka sir weekend.
Alis talaman da Radini Talatala Curulala.
Nakachosa.
Nomuni to consuming ko na kinamaro teki chiko kirau. Na nirore na all the analytics. We look at the back end. Ni vatatango, vatakin na YouTube, kita ulang talanga na Instagram, and interestingly, na veika bangare taka cukup mai panaka pandare di cukup na front end of every page, it's not the real thing that's happening on the ground. Kona 100,000 gori, au bangambo te ke vakai laure ke na lebu ni wili temata, sarabu cukup mena live na bebu no kede na number ko cukup mai limbo, probably it's about 4 or 5 or 10 times more. May ver na saravatiku beraka kirore de tuko and the gradual process kirore de tuko main na me april ko masakaru ni ambaki na kena de tuko from the analytics ni karto berita tuko mayo Facebook but ke YouTube kitore de tuko as we continue on with the journey to reach the fourth province kitore na exponential growth ni tamate sang wala nga ni sar-saratiko. But we can see na immediate impact ni tamatar sa via vinaka merabuli rato sa non rakango o kirore talaga na kaya tarito turto talaga na Law Education Trust ever since Gina balaw ni Lotu got in touch with us manemba kasaoti and abuko ni kaya already to mayada na COVID. I think it has inspired a lot of people. So the impact. And the
very smart, very
smart. In analytical terms, but the nakena tarayira chukuna tomat santa bakan din chak chuko na itukutuku lesu tale chukumai mikito mai bagaulika so kwaya kito sala ko kina ndewa bongo melako na vetikan nikito reda na in the province is so broad. So when we go down to the tikina okito via tikiwa keda mai na tamatika keda na qoroqoro ni vetikina for them to get access to the, so that's basically why we're reaching the children and the youth. In the tarayir nang wana batikina tama we are reaching for all the adults. Sindo so
praise the Lord. So talk about in approach but you know, like the idyllic image of Fiji is sandy beaches, crystal clear waters, and swaying coconut trees. But when they zoom into the villages, to the schools, so when we do the same thing in the provinces, in the villages, then we see reality on the ground. Which is very common. Because we see it for ourselves at the press of the button, we see the reality on the ground. And on the proposal, when we attach the video, the donor organizations of the reality that's happening on the ground. What can be more convincing than that? And so when they zoom into each villages and so on, it's it's just amazing because it can be replicated in other areas of development in the vinaka and the vakava. Dr. T, you know this one-to-one, this journey. It's a very personal thing to us. But it's the first time ever may matalau vakekina. They sanduna ka na nemami lulubong na vatekiman. Yeah, sanduna ka na nemami oya umanda na nongu bobini vinaka Kemami na nomuni your spirit of compassion, your spirit of oneness with us in a one-to-one. In the tangivata, the dendravata and the marovata. It's very therapeutic. I'm sure a lot of people who come to your session haven't had the opportunity to talk about the struggles and how they personally felt in their childhood. And your ability to connect with them, Baletoya usando na kanele bunong tangi chiko na pay ndo sa ndo barorong chiko na kango. You know, and I believe there are thousands of Nainis who are also crying when they are watching and listening to this. You know, doon na vei vakapo we live. Aureda, vei sereklevu. Inambula yan bunduo, tambuyan ni tamata. Questa lang may talaw da kana kamo ni nanambula. Na early childhood kina nanambula da kemay no susungi da kemay. Kaya sambo yawa saranga kina nomuni program mo. Pinakabalevu na yalo ni Loloma. Na valevu. But you sando ray when you ni sando busing ni matatok sando nakatalangan na nung busing ni matatok and you it's just amazing. Kaya you know, this is a God-ordained program. Marona mabiwatin mo sa anointed saranga at this time. Merong may retavata. It's more the spirit, you know. Tanto ito nakilala, but it's the spirit that underlies, that underpins your program that I believe makes it a kadabab. All others, you know, set apart. And please retain it. Because I believe yana kaina and katakatu. Nomuni program na bingauna tao kilay. Unungan renre handa lakaduro matumbo. Loloma. The spirit of compassion. Thank you so much to talk about.
Mundo. Vinaka vakalevu sara Radini Talatala Neini Curulala na nomu. Solo itu mana nomu ngau na kami ni maramo soso. Cik talaga na nomu bengarabiti ko may Cairns na kami na niskin kuwa. Ya dola kana ni Romarau. Nangon kiro sabi kina na no me ode mi kiro sureta mai. And duangan na ya lak may wikera na damuni Radini. With all your experiences that you've had and nandito may veitalanoa na vula kina kaunrobe kero kilangan dingin ni kalo muni molemai muni may wasea na lebu ni tamata tambusakaya ni rabakarong chumingo lebu talaga mikron dingitaka iya kero nanuma muni molemai ni raunyo ni na wasea may na nomuni rai baka Radini Talatala ratalanga ni nomuni rai na may na rai baka as a professional woman who is trained in this field dorakana ni romarotaka. So you blessed us multifold, Radini, and also those who are listening in. Thank you so much for all your support for the last 14 months plus few months before. But thanks to Mr. Gunindilo too for masterminding a lot of things behind the scene. So it's a family affair and it's such a beautiful thing, Radini.
What a team.
Radini, o baka binibina nga biro na ngon, vakalevu, oro na ngon na kena may kena to make things possible, balatin da sa domain da baka tangan niya din bula na these digital platforms na veika de medaka, darakan ng qoroqoro na veika maya da birto na kanta tumilaw na melon stake na to educational trust, oro din ro may vakalevu na ngon kito ndambe bata to for 3 hours. Merau pono kana veika de ngo merau ni so ngon dari to ngamai yo salah na serenggo but ni sangkai ochia sangkai da kana kena video na kena kake iya
you are blessed sabo ben pinakabale veirao iyo saman ko nga naman sulat ko na bubal iya nabingaw na set
Anton Lisa nakabale sa Radini okla ni parong tumingo o semi meong boleh vinaka semi wanana no starita kai ro dole suba o semi ko do kla vinaka ko na no do vaka no wa ka to mi dole suba vinaka valim sara na sema tikumai malo vinaka valim sara ba bini vinaka sara ngabali bikem ni Radini Talatala yo kila ningo isang kena uti ni veitalanoa maro ni sema talemai ke bakati ko talin na tubo na numa me oni sema talmikina na vula na sau kero na maro taksara bo sibi na kena biubata na vakadoko vakadoko takini biasana beira na marama na song marama beira na turanga vatalanga kin berna tambangone. So we really want to engage the youths, getting our young ones coming in, and so that's why we decided to have our youth from Wainimbuka to come tonight. May doon na time to kickstart match the first. Au kasar bilabo. Diri sarci ko na turanga na marama. To sangol saranga Wainimbuka. Tongol saranga na Loloma ibitile masate ko Wainimbuka isir somay. Isso, nakbalik sa Radini, wala niyo pinakabikim raw kay Talatala, ito nag-ibitar tarjiko, eh?
Sasama ko pinakabalevo. Sa kano namin na may semati. I can nakambang nga muna so nga na idea sa lang so nambita nga sa email tat nga yan, eh? And then yeah, whatever comes up. Doon na ka na bakasama tukun ni Chidendo at tukun chumang ko bata mendo na wetu ni bit mendo na ministry ni diaspora o kandan sa may tubang go overseas. I don't know if that's something they can
yeah, nothing is impossible, eh? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. But ano kandan ko sana will be the biggest income earner baby revenue earner. Baby, yeah, there is and what would that work out to be, and what would be its use? Just something to float at this moment. Yan nakamandangan sa atin, we can utilize na kasama itawra kina tinikava na vula, draw mumatut yung na turang biyotin na kakabaka ni Canada. Aw sa may ukla no mendo mo Kemami sara na leo ni tinikava también ni na yasama na mundo na vivinaka. Buang bale bikim daw na turang biotini kira to nangone bu bale na manita bi bagay tamera na ndolaba na unisala Kemami sa may daw kina tu na ba nui masula ka telchunga na bingaw na sa 2 kilo ni na buo draw o about ni sa kuangon sa shift. I feel there's a shift now, positive shift bikin na kawit okay as a whole. Nabuti mami kede sa metabuti ko na pa vinaka sa pasayan na kinili.
Vinaka sa vakalevu din.
Nakbalik sara. Pero sa Loloma certain value bikin raw din to gibitar tartiko o nang gay bitar taren na email to gay rede so tan na ngunisala ni kena tubutali sa program sa tunggoy matan. Nakbalik sara.
Mabalevo, rubadeng tokra.
Wadmanda nakabaliw sa Cairns, toka. Kemudian na siya mati kumaya, totoo ba ito na siya mayor Radini Talatala Neini Curulala, siya masarchik may nabuli ko Australia. Ngole mo ko may waseto na nabakasama na release and Loloma ni tin cava na vula ito may vital no tikin na ivatavata go tali vakawati ni tiko tali tubutub sa chuk may matanda tos chuk na nanda vuli vivaka ungeti kena nanda viungeti and tambala ka mga tikin kena do tete kena do tali kesa sibi se dava nga nindo da cava ndi buli kekembeka se unindo sasama que se buli tak gona no de ivatavata ke and may sota batakin da viungeti beleta na vi kami wasike and non da ke me bakat ko to ko labo for the people by the people. Nakalabo?
Hallelujah.
Vinaka, sama mo dito kaya ni Naka. Wadumata. Naka. Sa nakabali wikim ni na siya mati kumay. O klani sa wawachim ko naturangan na itamay Wainimbuka o Chosa may na siya mamay. Unita kan ni na yan to kan biloti si bilo tomboy si bilo ranimoli ninda na rongo man nan tomo la turangan tomo kami tango may naimbita may Wainimbuka wasu ne sana bang turang ora arna
one river
one people amani